All right, man. So we got a video sent in by a Somalian subscriber who wants to talk about the fraud scandal topic. His name's Abshir. I'll read you guys the message, then we'll get into this video. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. Abshir. He says, "Hey, Dev, I'm a Somalian citizen who sees this type of thing all the time in my city." Then he gives his city, but we're not going to disclose that. "I wanted to share this with you because I don't think normies realize how common and extensive this fraud and scamming really is. I want to call it out because the scamming culture really messes things up for honest people like me who truly are grateful for the opportunity that was given to me to become an American citizen. Hopefully you see this. I'm sure." I did see it, brother. I appreciate this. It's a good video, and something just happened yesterday that ties right into this video and right into this topic. So let's jump into this. And then I'm going to talk a little bit as we walk through this, because there's a few points that I want to make from my own personal experience that tie right into this video.
This woman, Nakia Dion, is going viral for this video, and I'm really considering driving to Columbus to document this for the world to see. I'm only about an hour south. What do you guys think?
Come see Columbus, Ohio, fraud investigators. If you go to the government-assisted housing areas, you will find that most of the housing is Somalians. I would say about 80% of the government-assisted housing in Columbus is occupied by Somalians. And the parking lot is occupied with a whole bunch of brand new cars.
Okay, so that's where I want to talk for a minute. Hold on. We'll let her carry on in a second. I met TJ Maxx yesterday. TJ Maxx, like one of the rack stores. And I go there, looking around, seeing if they have anything good. And there's two Somalian dudes in there, probably early 40s, mid 40s. And they got a cart that's like overflowing with men's clothes. I walk around the store. I didn't see too much. I saw a really nice flannel. So I'm like, I'm going to get this flannel. I like this flannel. I jump in line. They're in front of me. And those two Somalian dudes come up to pay. They're offloading their clothes, all men's clothes. Their bill came to like $940 some. And the dude pulls out one of these like Washington State Quest cards, which is like the benefits card. They get food stamps and also cash, apparently. And he pays for this like $940 some worth of clothes with this card. Whatever. They walk out. I come up to pay for my flannel, do my thing. I exit the store. And as I exit the store, those two dudes have the back doors open on a like brand new pearl white Range Rover that still had like dealer plates on it. And they're putting the clothes in there. I was going to get a picture, but I didn't want to. I don't like taking pictures of people or filming people in public trying to be mean. It just doesn't feel right. So I didn't do that, obviously. But I just thought it was hilarious to see these two guys that didn't seem to speak a lick of English. And they looked like you had just dropped them in a world that they didn't understand. And they had 1,000 bones to drop on brand new clothes while driving a literally brand new Range Rover, pearl white Range Rover that still had dealer plates. Anyway, just wanted to share that. Thought it was funny. I'll let this lovely lady carry on.
And the women walking around have designer purses with EBT cards, and they have Apple iPhones stuck up in their hijabs. Yeah. And then go to the businesses that are owned by the men. Because see, what happens is when you have a restaurant or when you have a little corner store and you have a couple of wives and you only have to claim one, then that means the other wives get EBT cards. And you can use those EBT cards to buy food for your store.
Okay, hold on. I got to say something else now. There are a bunch of these food stands where they'll set up and start, like, instead of having a food truck, they'll just set up stands in my area, which I think is kind of cool. I'm not really mad at that. And it's usually Hispanics that will just whip up their food and sell it. And they stay pretty busy. Like this one particularly in front of the grocery store that I always go to, the Safeway that I go to. They set up that food stand right on the main drag right there. And they do well. It's always pretty busy, especially in the evenings. Multiple times I've seen the woman that's always out there. It's usually a woman and a man, or sometimes 2 or 3 women and this man. And the one woman that I always see there, I've seen her twice now at my grocery store that's 150 feet away from where they sell their food. And she will have her cart just full. She paid right in front of me not too long ago. And it was like $600 worth of like just meat. Chicken thighs and ground beef and steaks of, whatever. Just a bunch of meat on her when she was checking out. And it was like $600 and some dollars. And she paid with that Washington State Quest card as well. And then I've watched her because I pay next. And as I walk out, she's like loading all this food up in her SUV. And then she drives 150 feet to the edge of the parking lot, opens the hatch of the SUV, and they offload all those groceries that she just bought into coolers. They're using it to sell. So, I'm not so mad at them. I guess do your thing. I'll do your thing. But I can see where people get mad at that. They're just $600 worth of free food that they just take and flip 150 feet away into gnarly profits. And they do make them because they stay busy, man. So just saying. I've seen that one too.
Or your restaurant. Yeah. Or what you can do is you can get a home health aid company. And then you only hire Somalians to work the home health aid. And what you do is you just make sure their paperwork looks right. It don't have to be right, but you just make sure it looks right. And then you send them off for those home health aid jobs. Y'all don't want to talk about fraud.
I just commented on the post, and I've reached out to her directly and see.
So he goes on to talk about how he's going to explore this a little more in person. And I'm going to link the original video in the description, of course. It's from Socratic_Lee. I do follow them. They talk a lot about these kind of topics and other, trending, controversial topics, if you will, for lack of a better term. But I got to say, I have seen another one multiple times where you get families of, and again, these are from my Somalian friends that tell me about this. They get families that kind of band together like this. And everybody's doing like DoorDash or Uber or some kind of gig job like that. But they all seem to have really nice cars. And I asked my buddy Muhammad, I'm like, dude, because Muhammad's got a really nice Tesla. And he's like 26 years old. And as far as I know, he just does Uber or DoorDash, one of them. And Muhammad's like, yeah, bro, we all band together. And whoever gets the housing and stuff first, we get as many people as we can living under that household. And we all just kind of band together with our money and our resources. And there'll be multiple women in that house and men as well that are getting like SNAP benefits and sometimes cash benefits. And you get enough people together like that. I mean, it's no wonder why these people are having big families. I mean, it's easy to have a big family that you can happily and stress-free take care of when you don't have any bills. I'm not trying to be mean, but bro, let's be real. I know multiple, African people and multiple Hispanic people that I know in my personal life that are working for cash or doing gig jobs, and they've been living rent-free for 2 years. My buddy Melvin, he's from, I want to say Honduras. Good dude, I love him to death. I don't think he's going to see this. I doubt he gives a damn about YouTube, but Melvin's a great dude. I love him, but he's a framer. This guy's been framing, making $30 an hour cash under the table for as long as I've known him. And in the last 3 years, he's gotten a really nice 2018 Chevy truck. His rims and tires are worth more than most people's cars. He also has a Hummer that's pretty nice. His wife's got like a 2019 Honda Accord. And I'm like, damn, bro, how do you afford this, Melvin? Last time I talked to him, he said, yeah, I'm working for some company framing for $30 an hour. And his wife works for a house cleaning company making $15 an hour plus tips. Both are working for cash. And they are living in this nice housing place that's just newly built for free. For 2 or 3 years, he told me that they've been living at this place, a really nice building that was built. Free rent, free medical, free dental, free water, free sewer, free garbage, free electricity, free food. So it's like, bro, that household is bringing in $45 an hour plus tips with no bills. I'm not trying to be mean here, but can't you understand where Americans get a little triggered by this stuff? Especially when we're sitting here arguing amongst each other about how hard it is. Everybody's arguing back and forth about how hard it is. And the birth rate's declining. Well, yeah, it's declining because American citizens aren't quite living so easy. And again, I'm not trying to be mean. If my boy Mohammed sees this, I love you, brother. I'm not trying to be mean, but we talk about this stuff all the time. Everyone says, yeah, these immigrant families are popping out baby after baby. They're the only ones reproducing. Well, yeah, it's easy to do that when you're living like my boy Melvin or Muhammad for 2-3 years that I know of. Free rent, free medical, free dental, free vision, free water, free sewer, free garbage, free electricity, free phone bill, free food. My boy Muhammad told me that he doesn't know who gets his phone bill. He said that laughing in the parking lot of our gym. He said, hey, bro, I don't know who pays my phone bill, but it ain't me. And he's laughing. Kind of pissed me off, but we got to do a better job of fixing this problem. Like, ignoring this or minimizing this as an issue is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't care how you vote. I don't care how you feel morally. I don't care how you feel about being a nice person. This shit cannot be overlooked. And don't minimize the severity of this, because this is deeply rooted. This is going on in every major city. To what degree? I don't know. But ignoring this or minimizing it is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And it's very dangerous. Anyways, wanted to share this video. Thank you. I forget his name. I apologize, brother. My memory is not the best with all the stress of life. Sure. I appreciate this, brother. And thank you for subscribing. Like the video, guys. If you did like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, I'm going to leave you the same way that I always try to leave you. Take your vitamins, hit the gym, and always stay improving. God bless. Be well. I'm out.